happy. I thank God. I feel elated. In fact, that birthday make me realize that I am somebody. Um, I knew that Tunde Uduwole existed. I knew that I have many friends, and I knew that I had many um, people who like me, but I never knew that I am this important. I never knew that. And I thank God for it. It's a feeling that I cannot describe it. Um, every day in the last 3 weeks, I wake up and I thank God because I never knew I'll live this long.
Why, sir?
Um, in my family, we had a history of dying young. When I was going to be 40, I granted an interview to Punch, Olabi Ilori of Punch, and I said I never knew I was going to be 40. Usually, we had my brother, my eldest brother, died when he was 36. My father died when he was 55, 60. So that was the first one when I was going to be 40. I've always had my birthday. People have always celebrated with me, but I never thought I'll live to be 80. So,
And how did you mark it? How did you celebrate it?
it was during Ramadan, so we couldn't do anything. Initially, I was hoping to write my memoir and publish it. Everybody's been waiting because I'm socially active in the last 15, 24, 20 years in Nigeria in the dispensation. I've been writing articles on the social media, and in the last 4 years, people realize this man is important. Let us write your memoir. I have never thought I would write my memoir in my life. People are saying, write your memoir, we want to read it. And I keep saying, I will write it. One, this Ijebu boy has been around for too long. I've met a lot of people from Chief Awolowo, who was fascinated by me because he knew my father. To Muhammad Tala Muhammad, who became a very close friend of mine. People didn't know this. Many ministers, many important personalities, I've met them in Nigeria, and I've never sought favor for them. Therefore, that has been my life. From a young age, I think my family realized that this guy is going to go places. Again, this occurred to me in the last 6 months. That apparently my family, my elders have always been trying to manage this guy. What survive? In the last 3 weeks in particular, it's coming back to me that my family have always guided me. And it's something that I cherish. So that's it. I'm writing the memoir. In the last 2 months, I read a man, Lawyer Victor Lawyer of Ibadan. He said he doesn't want to talk because if he talks, a lot of things. I'm feeling that way too, but there are some things I have to say. A lot of young people in the Ikoyi club, in all these clubs, say, every time they see me, sir, we want to hear you, we want to listen to you. And I believe I owe them that duty. The Nigerian project there are a lot of hidden facts in Nigeria, which people have to know. So, maybe my memoir will expose some of them, but will enlighten, will open some of these things. There are so many things that has been hidden from us. So that's it.
So that means on the day you actually turned 80, how did you feel? How did you mark it?
Well, when I was 80, my daughter, you see, I have two elderly children. My daughter, Yetunde, who is 49, she's going to be 50 next year. She she's been asking me for the past 1 year, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? In September last year, I was in England for about 4 months. And I told her, look, we'll do something, but I don't know yet. Then occurred to me, it's going to be during Ramadan. And I said, we will not do anything during Ramadan. We'll do it after. She told me that her friend is coming. What do I want? I said, I don't want anything. She said, I have 2 young twins, children. They are 14. He said, what did the twins want? I said, we just bought things for them. He said, my friend is coming. I'll bring so. I said, okay, bring my medicine. And they send my medicine to them. She called me again, Daddy, do you want some money? I said, I don't need any money. I have a pension in England, which I get every, because I lived there for many years. Okay, I said, bring some money for me from my account. Send it to your friend. My birthday was on Sunday. On Monday, somebody just opened my door and said, Salam alaikum. It was her. I thought it was a ghost. What are you doing here? I'm here for your birthday. She came with her children and with her mother, who was my ex-wife. They came. And she said, we must mark it. I said, we cannot mark it. Anyway, she came as a surprise. So on that day, some boys in the Ikoyi Club decided they want to have a celebration, a Zoom celebration for me. So we organized a Zoom celebration. The Alake was supposed to be there. Professor Bolaji Akeyemi, one of my elders who are on my fora, and other people. So we had a Zoom celebration. Some Afar, being a Muslim, anyway, some imams came in the afternoon, did some prayers for me for about 30 minutes. Then later on, we had the Zoom celebration, they bought some cake. That's all, nothing elaborate, because it was during Ramadan. But it was a pleasant surprise, because everybody dropped in, my sisters, everybody dropped in to the Zoom. So I was really elated, So the people are still waiting. They want to celebrate. When I had my 70th birthday, we had a big party at Yoruba Tennis Club. It was a big party. But this time, I don't believe in it. I would rather spend money on people who are poor than for me to feed or to feed the rich. No. But in the last couple of years, I've had an NGO that feeds people. So I spend a lot of money on that. I'd rather do that. I would rather spend 8-10 million naira to feed the poor than to spend 10 million naira feeding we don't need it. But some of them feel that they want to celebrate with me. So I'll leave it like that. But that day was very good for me. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the company. The Sunday before, later on, my granddaughter and my granddaughters and my grandchildren and my daughter went to Ikoyi Club. I was supposed to feed them there. People sent presents, sent drinks. Instead of me spending 100,000 naira to feed my grandchildren, yes, I spent some money. The people bought 10,000 suya. I was shocked. It made me realize that God has been wonderful to me. Because if I go anywhere, I find people greeting me. People I don't even know me. This is the joy of my life.
They didn't do anything about the fact that it was poisoned at that time. They just rushed him out and that.
Yes. You see, when he was poisoned, they flew him out. They flew him out, and the first person that they told was the Aujale. Aujale heard about it. Aujale flew to England. And when he was coming over, one of the first people he saw was the Aujale. And, the Yorubas have a soft spot for Buhari. When he was contesting for president, on the 3 previous occasions, Yoruba leaders gave him money. Yoruba Obas gave him money. Many of them gave him money. Some of us did. We changed the Lawapu now, but some Yoruba eminent Obas gave him money. Good money in foreign exchange. So Buhari is a lucky chap. No other northern leader have had the sort of support that Buhari had, the sort of love that Yorubas have for him. That's why he's unique. From name it, Babangida didn't have Yorubas Yoruba leaders support or respect. No, he didn't. Abacha didn't. None of them did. Even Sardauna in his days had no Yoruba support. Yoruba leaders or traditional leaders support. Buhari is the first northerner to have had Yoruba support. Yorubas love him. So,
And what the findings of Awujale when he went, met him and came back?
yes.
Did he make any revelation as to what would happen next?
Well, no, but that part of it, I don't want to go into it. We have, anybody could have done it. Buhari had many enemies. Buhari had many enemies. Anybody could have done. I said so in some of my videos. I said so. They're there. If you go to Google, Google and say YouTube and say Tunde Oduwole Key West Project Nigeria, all the 15 videos are there. And I talked about many things that was going on between July 2022 and September 20. I did all these videos, pointing out what was going on to Buhari. Even though I supported Buhari, I was always cautioning him about what was going on. A lot of things that went wrong. So
before this last election, you also made a lot of did a lot of analysis, and you said a lot that would happen, and it happened.
yes,
How did all of this make you feel at that time? When
these are the puzzles that some elders on my fora, some of the things they find that this devil boy knows a lot of things. I have been lucky that I have a lot of information, confidential information. I've had it for a long time. People always trusted me and gave me information which I could not divulge. And these are the things that people knew about Tunde Oduwole. But there are a lot of information that this Ijebu boy know. Some people know that I know it. Well, I don't know.
But before the elections took place last year, not many people believed that Ashwaji would win that election. Even his aides or his associates and all that didn't actually know that he could make it. But you predicted that he would.
You see, I have not sat down with Bola Tinubu one-on-one like this for the last 20 years. Apart from when we were doing the projects in Lagos, some projects for him in Lagos. We didn't. But I have information. And those information I get are so confidential, so analytical, that I believe them. Tinubu is a schemer. As of today, I know that there's nobody that is anybody in Nigeria that Bola Tinubu has no information about. I can tell you that for nothing. I can tell you that for nothing. And he has done this for the past 20, 24, 25 years. In the army, in the judiciary, among the politicians, among the lawyers. He has informants. Some he buys, some he pays for. There's a lot of people on Tinubu's payroll you cannot imagine. That I know from my own information. So let's leave it like that. I tell some of my young friends that be careful with this man. So
how did you feel, sir, during the period when it looked dicey that maybe he won't make it, especially around the period of the presidential primaries and all of that? And
I know you'll survive it, because if you are a generous person and you are a sincere person, people will throw things at you. But a lot of people, especially we Nigerians, we have a way of recoiling ourselves. So the guy knew that He said it. He said he prepares for emergencies before he gets there. That is the quality of leadership. Those are the qualities of being a leader. You prepare for the unknown. Well, I personally doff my hat to him because, well, I have not been through it. Yes, but he's a unique person. He's a unique person, and I respect him for it. Um, if you see, we have been conditioned by people like Awolowo and Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, Isadauna, who were processed. But this guy is unique because he has so many things going for him. I believe he knew he projected himself for political. So one of his colleagues at Mobile told me this. When he finished as governor of Lagos State, we had some dealings with him, and somehow we were unhappy with him. I went to report him to, and one of them told me, Bode Padashe, he said, look, today, Bola is going to go places politically. He was the one who warned me then. When Tinubu left governorship, he said the guy is going to go places. And I then, looking at it after then, I realized the guy is going to go places. You know, he is not like Awolowo, who people knew and they pushed. You see, Yorubas pushed Awolowo to be their leader. Where Bola Tinubu is different is that he wanted to be a leader and he worked towards it. In doing it, yes, he might have, you know what I mean, stepped on some toes, disappointed some people. This is his own style. Most of the people who hate him today hate him because they did some deals and they think he cheated them. My opinion is that this guy is a calculator. I'll give you an example. If you go to Bola Tinubu and tell him, I have this project for 100 million, he will tell you, what is there for me? You will tell him, I have 20 million for you. You say, okay. So, the project is 100 million, 80 million is for you, 20 million for him. He says, all right. He then turn around and tell you, that project will be 200 million. Yours is 80, I am going to make it good. Of course, at the end of the day, they will be happy. But when they then look at it, they say, a project that I had for 100 million, this man has doubled it. He's still giving me 80 million. That is where they disagree with him. And this is where Donald Trump, every politician makes money. This is where people like Donald Trump make their money. So, that's it. That's where some of them say, this guy is too greedy, he's too blah, blah, blah. You see, politics is money. So, let me leave it like that.
And what's your assessment of the last 1 year of the administration with all the challenges?
Well, it's not yet 1 year. It's going to be 1 year now.
Yes,
okay, this month. Well, we are on dangerous grounds. You see, Project Nigeria have been battered all over the place. And to settle it, you need some dynamics. Some of it, most of it, to me, is right. But we have been battered. We have been smashed left, right, and center. Therefore, we need to be straightened up. And in straightening us up, we are going to get, unfortunately, you see, I know that for years, the cost of petroleum refining in Nigeria is a scam. I know that. All the refineries we set up are scams. All the oil pipeline we did are scams. As a quantity surveyor, I knew that. So, that's it. To now try and It's going to be problems.